Welcome to Yoga for Pet Loss Grief. My name is Jackie Pajan, but you may know me as Rainbow Bridge Reina. We are one and the same. I know that I don't have to tell you that pet loss grief is difficult, but it's especially hard because the people around us, the world around us, often feels as though we should feel better and move on after a short period of time, which makes us internalize our grief and no longer give life and voice to it because we feel as though we are doing this alone. We don't have support. That grief, that heavy, dark, foggy energy weighs down our energetic field, gets stuck within the little nooks and corners of our body, and it becomes heavy, heavier each day. So, our intention here today on our mat is to do a gentle, flowing practice where our movements will kind of stir up that grief from those spots in the body so that our breath can then release it and let go of some of it so that we can create space within our body, within our heart, within our soul for a deeper connection with our angel pet so that we can feel their love, their support, and all that beautiful energy that they bring, not just as themselves, but as angels. You can expect roughly a 25-minute class here. I want to let you know that I have 5 animals, and sometimes they do just kind of bumble in and out of the room. If that bothers you or triggers you because of your loss, I want to let you know that in this class, my red Pomeranian, Autumn, will make about a 1-minute appearance here. I hope that her presence will bring you a little bit of levity and not weigh you down. I understand your pet loss. I have gone through the loss of not just my soul dog Riley, but of 3 other very special souls who came after her, Ruby, Noah, and Tiger. I know you feel as though others don't get it. I want you to know that I get it and I am here with you, and we will breathe together in unison in community. As with any physical practice, but especially with yoga, it is incredibly important that you are kind to your body on the mat. What we do on the mat, we take off our mat and throughout our day. Kindness begins with us on our mat. So if a posture that we move into doesn't feel right, it just feels tight on your body today or it hurts, I want you to back out of that posture softly. I don't want you to push yourself today. This is a gentle practice and it is meant to be a gentle practice. You are in charge of that for yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get to our mat. Hello, sweet friend. I'm so glad that you've made it to your mat for some self-care. I know that your angel pet is incredibly proud of you for taking time to pour into yourself after years of pouring into them. You're in the right place. You are safe and your grief is valid. Bring yourself into a comfortable cross-legged seat. If your hips are tight, you can take a block and sit on top of it, or a blanket, or a pillow, or a towel, or something similar. If it doesn't feel good to sit down on your hips at all, whether on a block or not, you can sit in a chair and do this portion of the class seated in a chair. Stack your legs however works for you, whether crossed or not. Palms are face down. Closing the eyes. Dropping out of the head where grief keeps us and back into our heart, back into our body. And we do that by really honing in and becoming very cognizant of our breath. So listen to the breath as it comes into the body and watch it as it moves up and out. As you do this with each cycle, begin to lengthen and elongate and deepen your inhales and your exhales. recognizing that if you do nothing else but sit here on your mat this entire practice and just breathe with me as I'm moving, you are doing an incredible act of self-care. If you'd like to add the movement with me, the movement kind of stirs up the grief in our body so that we can release some of it with our exhales, remembering that releasing some of this griefy, heavy energy is not moving on, it's not forgetting, it's not getting over. It's just creating space with our inhales for our angels' love and peace and support. Palms are down, shoulders relax away from the ears. Your shoulders have been carrying a lot, a big boulder of grief. Let's relax and release them. Release through the forehead, through the eyebrows, through the jaws. Speaking of our angel pet, we can call them forward to support us in this practice. And I'll say a couple lines. After each line, I'll say it twice and then pause so that you can repeat it in your heart, in your mind, out loud, whatever works, to just connect with our angel. You can replace angel pet with your angel's name. Let's unite our breath here together, you and I. I understand what you're going through. Release this exhale from your lungs, from your body. Let it up and out. Together, you and me. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, united. Big breath in. Feel as it pulls apart your body and really infiltrates from fingertips to toes. Exhale when you need. Dear angel pet, I thank you for your never-ending love and support. Dear angel pet, I thank you for your never-ending love and support. Your turn. I invite you into my practice today. I invite you into my practice today. To support me in releasing some of this heavy grief. To support me in releasing some of this heavy grief. Creating space for your love, your light, and our connection. Creating space for your love, your light, and our connection. Thank you, angel pet. And so it is. I'm going to release the block out from underneath of me. You don't have to if you don't want. But from here, let's just gather up some of the good energy that your angel pet brought. Your exhale can bring those hands to heart, connecting thumbs in. One more time, big breath in, sweep it up. They're here, they brought the good stuff. With your exhale, pull that good energy to your heart center and begin to rock from side to side. This is where we kind of drum up and stir up that heavy, griefy energy from all the nooks and crannies of the body so that our exhales can release some of it. You can place your hands down on your legs, on your knees, beginning to circle out through the midsection. You know that our belly is where we have all that energy, all that anxiety, all that fear. Rocking to the opposite side, continuing your breath. Remember, it's the vehicle that creates space and releases the heavy energy. Back to center. From here, drop your right hand down. Your next inhale lifts that left arm all the way up to the sky. Reach it high. And on your exhale, curl over like a C to the right side. Now you can stay up on right fingertips, or you can drop down to elbow and forearm if you'd like. Reach over, feel the stretch between the ribs. This is a space where the energy can hide and stay. We're pulling it apart. Now I know you've been guarding your heart. I know that you have been guarding that heart. You're safe here. So I want you to drop that top shoulder blade behind you. Lift it up and over. Open that heart. Your angel pet's here. Let's open to their light. Big breath in. On your exhale, stretch and reach as far as you can. Drop that left hip down. This next inhale lifts you all the way up, dropping that left arm and exhaling. This inhale lifts the right arm all the way up and stretch it high. Your exhale curls you over like a C. And remember, each side differs. So if you're a little tighter here, you need to lift a little higher, that's fine. Press your right hip down, stretch really far, reach those fingertips. Left palm faces or right palm faces down, and your right shoulder presses back. Open heart. We are here with our angel. Big breath in. With your exhale, stretch as far as you can. With your inhale, reach back up, knowing that your exhale just floats that back down. Taking our left arm across the body, palm faces behind us, grabbing onto the forearm, dropping our shoulder out of our ear, and letting yourself press that hand behind you. Drop shoulder. Feel the stretch through the shoulder blade. Feel the stretch through the side of the upper arm as you breathe right into those spaces and break apart some of that grief. Relax your fingers. Big inhale. Big exhale. You got this. Drop your right arm down. Left arm across. Palm faces behind you. Grab forearm. Drop shoulder. Press back. Breathe right into that shoulder blade, right into the back of the heart space. Create space to connect with your angel pet. Breathe into the side of the upper arm. Break apart the grief. Big inhale. Relax fingers. Exhale, pull a little bit more. Drop your hand. We're coming on to hands and knees, so you can get there however you'd like. Rolling over. Set yourself up so that your knees are hip distance apart. Hands and wrists are stacked directly underneath of shoulders. Zip up through the belly, kind of pull it up and in. Back and neck are long, so don't tuck your chin and don't look out in front of you. Look straight down at your mat without dropping the head. You can tuck toes under if you'd like, or keep tops of the feet flat on the mat. We'll move into cat-cow. This is an opening through heart, through back of heart, through throat. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. With this inhale, drop the belly, flip the tailbone for cow, look up to the sky, exhale when you need. Keep breathing as we set it up here. So our throat is open, our heart is open. We are pressing out of the mat. Belly is dipped low like a cow. Tailbone is flipped high. Breathe in. Let's move to cat. Arch the back, round through the tailbone. Exhaling as you're pressing away. Now keep breathing. Chin is tucked. Back is stretching apart through the shoulder blades. That energetic center of our heart is opening in the back. Let's inhale together for cow. Belly low, tailbone high. We'll move one breath per movement. Exhale for cat. Press away, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale, belly low for cow. Tailbone flips, heart and throat open. Exhale, round for cat, chin to chest, tailbone under, press away. Once more, inhale for cow, you got this, eyes to the sky. Exhale for cat, round, tuck. Back to a neutral spine. Come onto your feet, onto your knees, hips to heels. We're going to move into a modified push-up posture, modified plank. We'll hold it for 3 breaths and then lower down. This creates some fire in the body to kind of burn up that energy. It creates and needs some strength from you. Your angel's here to support you. Let's do it. Come onto your hands, walk those knees back, and pull your legs together as you press your hips under, tuck that tailbone, zip up through the front of the body. So pull the belly button in, press out of your arms. Maybe you round a little bit from shoulder to shoulder like a rainbow. Big breath in. Big breath out. You are strong and you got this. We have 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Untuck that chin. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's add some movement. With your inhale, press away. With your exhale, clip the elbows to the back of the room. Bend them back as you lower down and drop your feet. Hands come to the small of our waist. As you clip the elbows together like wings, we'll move into cobra. So zip up through the legs, keep them straight and strong together. Activate the lower back and let your next inhale lift up through your front. So lift the heart open through the belly. Shoulders are low. Crown reaches for the sky. Breathe in. You got this. Breath out, lower down. You have 2 more cobras. Inhale, let it lift. Press out of your mat. Nice and easy. Float. Exhale, lower. Once more, you can do this. Big breath in. This time on your exhale, come to tabletop, sitting back onto your heels. We'll move into child's pose. I will offer a modification after I set us up in full child's pose. If this doesn't work for you, wait for the mod. Open the knees to the sides of your mat so there's space here. Big toes come together to touch in the back. Walking your hands forward, palms down, hips to heels. Drop your forearms and drop your forehead into the mat. Press those hips back towards your heels. Now, if that's too much on your hips, totally understandable. It will get a little easier as you go, but let's modify today. Bring your knees together and just drape your belly right over your thighs. Drop your chest, reach out. And if you would like, you can place a block, a pillow, a blanket right under your head and bring the earth up to you. Now, whether you are in full child's pose or modified, let's breathe in here. When you exhale, pour that heart energy, all the heavy grief out and into the earth. Again, big breath in. Big breath out. You are safe here. Your angel is so proud of you. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Slowly rise up. Remove the block if it was there. We'll do a little flow. 3 of these flows. I'll show you exactly what it is so you know what we're doing. And then we'll come back here and we'll do it together 3 times. So we'll be in child's pose, whether modified or not. Our inhale will lift us to tabletop. And our exhale will set us up in modified plank. Just roll it forward, knees together. Your inhale tucks tailbone and zips up through the belly. Your exhale lowers you down. We've been here. You know this. Drop your feet. Your next inhale will be cobra, lifting heart, opening throat. Your exhale takes you through tabletop, back to child's pose. So that's our flow. And the flow kind of drums up the energy, the heavy stuff, out of the muscles, out of the tendons and the bones so that our exhales take it out. So come onto your knees. Let's get into child's pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's move. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, knees together. Feet to the sky. Breath in, tuck tailbone, zip belly. Exhale, lower down, nice and strong. You got this. There's fire in you. Drop your feet. Inhale, clip the elbows together as you lift, shoulders low. Exhale, tabletop to child's pose. Hold for a cycle of air. Breathe in and breathe out. Moving again. Inhale up through tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale, knees together, toes to the sky. Breath in, tailbone tucks, belly in. Breath out, elbows to the back as you lower down, dropping feet. Hands to small of waist, lift for cobra. Exhale, tabletop, child's pose. Hold, big breath in, big breath out. Last time, inhale, tabletop. Exhale, knees together, modified plank. Breath in, tuck tailbone. Breath out, lower down, nice and strong. Drop your feet. Inhale, biggest cobra yet. Maybe rise a little higher. Exhale, just through tabletop onto knees. You can take a moment if you'd like to catch your breath, grab some water. You are welcome to do so here. Flowing can kind of stir up energy, kind of get us a little overheated. So you can take a moment. If you need more time, pause and come back. Otherwise, let's move on. Come up onto your knees. And if you need some cushion under the knees, place a blanket or a towel. Bend your knee out to the right side. Sole of the foot is into the mat. From here, this may feel like too much on the hip, so you can bring it forward if you'd like, your foot, your leg. Our point here, no matter where your leg is, our focus is on this hip space, the inner thigh. This is where a lot of grief and heavy energy just kind of gets stuck. I think of our hips like a junk drawer, so like the junk drawer of the body. It's where stuff goes and we forget it's there. This little flow, just this little movement is going to open and release some of that grief. Place your right hand onto your leg, left hand can go to hip, and let your inhales and exhales just softly rock you back and forth. Feeling the stretch through the inner leg, knowing that you are releasing, and we're just releasing and giving it to our angel pet who's right here so they can transmute and do their angel magic and give that energy back to us in love. Come back to center, back to knees. We're going to sit on our hips before we move to the next posture, to the next side. Moving into staff pose. So in staff, legs zip up and glue together. So your feet kind of flex, toes can reach towards your face. Back is stacked. Crown of the head reaches for the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's pull in some of the energy that our angel brought. It's nice, loving angel energy. With your inhale, sweep and reach. Kind of gather it up with the arms, palms together. Exhale, pull it into the heart, thumbs into heart space. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep all that good, all that angel love. Exhale, right to heart center. Once more, inhale, sweep and reach. This time with our exhale, let's fold it forward and you stop wherever it feels right for you. So when you stop, round through your spine, drop your head, and feel the stretch through the backs of the legs. So however you need to kind of pull and fold yourself down so that you feel that stretch, do that. Continue the breath, knowing that our legs have been carrying us through this grief, carrying us to our responsibilities, to our jobs, to work, to school. Even when we're tired, our legs do this for us. So breathe that nourishing breath into the body, knowing that we've gathered up all our angels' love and strength, and we're sending it to these parts of our body to nourish. We'll kind of flow here. It's a soft flow, kicking up some of that grief. With your inhale, just lift your chest a little bit. It's nice and soft. With your exhale, just float back down. 2 more times. Inhale, roll and float. Exhale, fold. Once more. Inhale, roll. Exhale, float. Your next inhale just rolls you up so we can get back onto our knees and move to the left side of our hip stretch. Left knee up to the left side, hand down, hand to hip. Big breath in. With your exhale, begin to rock nice and softly, and let yourself feel that in the inner thigh, through the hip. Let yourself release and create space. Your grief is valid, and your heart is so heard and understood, and I know not everybody gets it. I get it. So many get it, and your angel will not leave your side. Come back onto your knees, back onto your hips, soles of the feet together. Hey, pretty girl. Now this is butterfly. It might not be for everyone. I will offer some modifications to you here. Soles of the feet are together, and you can adjust your feet, how far away from the body they are, or how close. The closer you pull them in, the deeper the stretch. We don't need it to be the deepest stretch ever. We just need to kind of create space. So don't pull yourself to a point of pain. You can sit on a block if you'd like, just like we did in the beginning. Or if this doesn't work for you at all, let's try a half butterfly, half staff. So take that leg out, right leg out, straight and strong. Left leg is in the half butterfly. If you are in half butterfly, I'll tell you when to switch legs. Otherwise, I will do this from butterfly posture. Hands down to ankles or somewhere on your mat or legs. With your breath in, open your heart like cat. Just open it up, like cow. And with your exhale, begin to slowly fold yourself forward. Now you can arch your back like cat, dropping the head. Utilize props if you need. You can place your forearms on a block. You can place your forehead on a block. You can decide that you just want to sit straight up and tuck your chin. This is another incredible hip stretch, so let it really get into that junk drawer of the body. Let it really clear out the cobwebs. Let it get rid of the energy of guilt, of worry, of wondering if you did things right, because friend, you did. If you are in half butterfly, switch to the opposite side, nice and soft and slowly folding yourself forward. Continue breathing and make that breath go from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers, down to the tips of your toes. Let your entire body feel the inhale and feel the exhale. Don't question yourself here. Don't worry about things you did right or wrong. I'm telling you, you are always operating in the best interest of your pet. And you need to trust yourself. Let your next inhale roll you up nice and softly. Let your exhale bring your knees together. Make it slow, make it soft, because sometimes it doesn't feel so good after being stretched. So just pull them in nice and soft. We're going to lay on our mat. We're almost done. So hang on to the knees, roll yourself back. Enjoy the ride. Now, once you're back here, pull your knees into your chest, and you can keep your hands around the knees or you can drop them to the sides, but we're slowly rocking back and forth, left to right, and do it organically. What feels good for you? What pace is right for your body? Do that. It's okay if it differs a bit from me. This is our last final push of stirring up that griefy energy. Make it count. Breathe into that belly. Coming back to center, dropping feet into your mat. Your feet are hip distance apart, knees face the sky, arms come apart from the body, so palms are face down for a moment. And you can hold right here, or if you'd like, you can straighten your legs all the way out into Shavasana. Otherwise, keep them bent. It might feel better on the lower back. Your palms can be face up, legs open. Take up space. If you'd like to place a block, a pillow, or a blanket under you, you can do so. Let's unite our breath, me and you. Big inhale. You got this. You are so strong, and I know your angel's proud. Big exhale. Trust yourself. Let go and release. Continue breathing here in Shavasana on your own. Let your breath come back to a slower, more natural pace. And as you're there, I'm going to pull an angel card, an angel pet card from my messages from your angel pet grief deck. This is just meant to be a little something that our angel wants us to know. I will pull the card without looking and read the first one. I could not have picked a better card for this. This is awesome. Our angel, your angel pet, says, I am here supporting you on your healing journey. They've been here the whole time for this whole practice. I could not have planned that better. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you are welcome to. Your grief is valid. Your heart is heard. You are not alone. I am here. Your angel is here. Thank you.